So yes, tell me, what exactly external table? Yes, why we are using external table? Okay, if anyone unmute and tell me, it's very happy. Otherwise, I will explain. Generally, yes, I will tell you. Not a problem. So based upon the table storage location, tables are categorizing into two types, namely managed table or external table. Managed table and external table. So managed table means yes, the table by default stored in Hive warehouse location. That tables we call a managed table, and if the table stored in outside warehouse is a specified location, that table we called a external table. Okay. So already we know, like we already did the practically we exposed like how what is the difference between managed table and external table, and if you drop the table, what is the difference? How to create managed table, how to create external table. Okay, we already learned yesterday's concept, right? Any queries regarding external table concept? Which one you are using external table? Yes, already completed this one. If you are doing all your transactions only in Hive, use managed table. That's fine. But if you are using Hive and some other data tools, also same data set. For example, I have some data is there. Those data, for example, I have some data is there in my HDFS. This is my HDFS. Some sales data, and this sales data I want to store into my Hive table. At the same time, I want to use the same data into some other ecosystem. I want by using pig, I'm going to analyze it, rs later some other ecosystem I want to analyze it, same sales file. Then use external table. So what is the advantage of the external table? Same location, I'm creating a table. There is no changes, data is not changes. We are violating third condition, fourth arrow I think in our arrows condition. What is fourth arrow? We are moving data from Hive HDFS to Hive table, fourth arrow. But now we are violating fourth arrow. Not required. Data is there in fourth HDFS location only. Top of HDFS, we are creating Hive table. That we call external table. Important concept. Clear? Can I move to the next concept? Right. And now, coming to the today's concept, yes. According to the partitions also, tables are categorized into two types: partition table, non-partition table. According to the partitions also, tables are categorized into two types: partition and non-partition. Partition means, by default is non-partition. Non-partition means, for example, if I have a table, in the table there is no partitions. Every day sales data coming. Today sales data is came, I store into my table. Yesterday also sales data came, I store into my table. And day before yesterday also some data is there, I store into the same table. After a few days, it's confusing. Which data is there, which date? Right? But going to the partition, I can partition the data account to the date wise. Then I can easily identify, yes, this is the data generated yesterday, this is the data generated today, and this is the data generated day before yesterday, like that. So data is generated. So based upon this feature, we are categorizing the data into tables. Based upon this feature, we are categorizing the data into our table. That's we call a partition table. So majorly, according to the partition, tables are categorized into two types: partition table, non-partition table. Non-partition table, we know regularly we're creating same tables. Create table, table name, schema, everything we're creating regularly. Okay, and coming to the partition table means create table, table name, schema, partition by column, row formatted. Right, this is a syntax to create a partition table. I will show you practically, you get the more clarity. For example, just imagine friends, I have 2 days files is the cat sales. This is 1 day data. Next day cat Sales 2. This data also generated. 2 days, 2 different days, data is J is there. Now these two files I want to load into one table only. First I'm creating non-partition, our regular tables. Creating Hive, enter. First I'm creating non-partition table. Right, dot table, table name. Now create table, table name, non-part, schema, product ID integer. Account to the schema, account to data we are giving the schema. So what is our data? 3 columns is there. First column, second column, third column. First column is integer. So product ID integer, product name, string, price, integer. Then general table, right? Regular, we are creating the same tables. Row format, delimited, fields, terminated by comma. Row format delimited fields terminated by comma. General table, enter. Spell mistake. Terminated by comma. Table is created. Now I want to load the data into these two tables. Load data, local in path, local file name, local file name. What is our file name? Yes, friends, follow up with me. You get clarity. File name is sales file, sales to sales. Sales into table, table name, non-part, enter. Loading successfully, and I'm loading sales to file also. 2 days files I'm loading into same table. Now tell me, select store from non-part, enter. Just tell me, friends, which date is which date? I want yesterday date, sales data, total sales. Is it possible to identify? Now is just 10 records we know, but millions of records is there. It's difficult to identify. Solution is partition concept. Same, the partition concept is then SQL also. How to create a partition table? Yes, the syntax to create a partition table is similar syntax: create table, table name, schema. Now I'm taking non-part. Instead of non-part, I'm taking part. Before that one, maybe table already existing. I try to drop ex, enter. Okay, now table is dropped. Now I'm creating a table now. Part underscore ex, schema 3 columns, then partitioned by, now mention what base you want partition. I want partition by year, integer, month, integer, day, integer. These 3 columns I want partition. Then row format, this is common. comma. That is common again. Enter. Table is created. Now I am loading 2 days sales file, sales to file. I am loading into my table. So what is the load command? Load data local in path local file name sales into table name part
underscore AX.
Now this is up to common. Now difference is at the time of loading you say yes this is the data generated this day. Like that we want to enter the details here. Yes, into table name partition, mention your dates here. Partition, now mention your dates. For example, year equal to today year, this year 15, month equal to 05 and day equal to 05, like this. So this is the, it's indicating today data or else fourth yesterday data. Enter. Data loading successfully. Now next, today also some data generated, 5th date, and the file name is sales2, local file name is sales2. Enter. Now 2 days sales file, now we are loading successfully into our Hive table, right? What is the table name? Select star from part underscore ex. Enter. 2 days data is generated. Now I want to know how much sales done in 4th date. Yes, we can write the query. Yes, tell me. Yesterday we already did aggregate function practice. Can anyone please? Aggregate function, apply sum function. Select sum of column. Which column? This column. What is the column name? This one? Price. From part underscore ex. Where day equal to 05. That means it's coming only today date. Today sales only. How much sales happened today? That much data only is resulting displaying. But it's not possible in our non-partition table. So partition and partition both are important. Right. This is the happened sales in 5th date total sales. You can identify like this. Okay. And one more important point. See, select star from non-part. There is no extra columns. But select star from part. Part ex. Extra columns is coming. Okay. In SQL, not Hadoop, in SQL, do the same thing. The extra 3 columns are added to our actual data also in SQL. I hope you know. In SQL, if we are doing partition, now we are adding 3 columns, right? Extra 3 columns. These 3 columns are added to our actual data. But in our Hive, partitions are logical only. In Hive, partitions are logical. In RDBMS, are physical. Physical means the data is affected to actual data, but in the Hive, the data is not affected to actual data. Still, our actual data is actual only, but in the reading time, we are getting this flexibility. I want to check it. How can I check it? My question is clear. Yes, my question is, I want to see this data backend. Hadoop, EFS, minus LS. These all are warehouse tables only, managed tables only, not external tables. So everything is available in warehouse only. So user Hive warehouse table name, non-part. This only. If I press the enter, what happened? Just guess. If I remove non-part, pressing enter, it lists out all tables. This point is clear. Then I entered a table name also. I don't want all the tables. I want particular directory only. So I press those directory name. Now what is coming now? Non-part. Okay, table name come. It's similar. Table. What is there? Files is there. That's it. File name is coming. But here I am loading two files into this table. So right now first file is coming or two files coming? My question is clear. Just for clarity. Just for your clarity. I press enter. It lists out all tables. Tables means backend it is the directories. Of course, a number of tables are available. Now, I want to check it. Hadoop fs-ls user hive warehouse. The last table. Purchase underscore e. Enter. Yes, we are loading one file. That's why one file is there. Sometimes 060 underscore 0 is coming. Sometimes one file name is coming. Now our table name is non-part. Enter. Yes, see here, two files is internally. Sales file, sales 2 file. Okay, how can I say this is a file? See the starting file permissions.
R.
Yeah, before there is no D, that means that is a file. So in this non-part table, I am loading these two files. In front end, I select star from these two files displaying. Backend is a files. Now I have another table is a partition table. Select Hadoop fs -ls user hive warehouse path underscore ex. This is my partition table. Now I press the enter. What is coming? Important, useful also, real time. Once you're entering into the project, useful. I press the enter. Just guess. Only two chances. It's coming either file or maybe some other. Yes or no? Just guess. Nothing wrong.
Yes.
Okay. If I press the enter, yes, one directory is coming. The directory name is year equal to 15 coming. This is another directory. How can I say this is a directory? Inside this table, one directory is there. Okay, this is the directory. I am going to open this directory also. Year equal to 15. What is coming? Just guess. Okay. As for clue, month is coming. After year, front end, this year, month, we are adding as a columns. So simply I am giving you the answer now. Partitions in Hive is logical. That means, yes, what are the partitions we're creating? That partitions behind the screen, it is a directories. It is a directories. Now tell me, friends, what is coming year equal to 15? After year, one order also, it's following order also. First year, then month, then day. So obviously it's year equal to 15 is coming, month equal to 5 is coming. Okay, so if I add month equal to 05, now tell me what is coming. Day, not after month, day now. But here 2 days is there, so 2 days is coming. That's it. 2 days is coming. Day equal to 04, day equal to 05, like this. If you go ahead with the day 4, Day 4 data is coming. Day 5 data is coming. But previously, yes, we can identify because of the timestamp. Here also you can identify according to the day wise right now. And right now we are entering only 1 month only. That's why only one directory is coming after a year. For example, in the year 12 months is there. Last 1 year onwards I am storing the data. So 12 directories is coming inside year. And inside month 30 days, 31 days, those files are coming. Those directories are coming. Day equal to 04, enter. The particular file is coming. Sales file we are entering 4th day. Sales file is loading. So that is a part. Only one thing you remember, partitions in Hive is logical. What are the partition we're creating front end? That partition back end is a directory. Remember. Okay. And our actual data is untouched. See our data. What is our data? Sales file. Inside day, sales is there, and sales is a file now, so I change ls to cat. Enter. I change ls to cat, now enter. Yeah, see, as it is our data is there. There is no change. Also as it is. So that's why. But in the front end, it changes. Through Hive we are reading now, it changes. That is the partitions. Any queries in the partition concept? Everyone is clear? Yeah, friends. I have a question. If everyone is clear, but I have a question. My question is, real time is full. My questions are real time. What am I working on that time? I'm facing these problems. I have already data is there. My client already generated data. Now I want to load it. If already data, how can I partition? Already stored my data into HDFS. How can I partition? Before this one more point. Before this question, again one more point. The partitions are, both the two types of tables is there. External tables, managed table. Both the tables have partition on partition, we can do it also. Managed table, we can do it partition on partition. External tables, partition on partition is there. Okay. Now coming to my question is, I have already data is there. Those data I want to apply partition concept. How can I apply partition concept on existing data? Yes, there are two types of partitions is there. Dynamic partition, static partition. Static partition means, yes, now we are entering data manually. Now we are categorizing the data manually. That we call a partition, static partition. Okay, you got it my point. Now we are entering the partitions manually. So everything goes to here like this only. That is called a static partition. And we have one more concept is there, dynamic partition. What do you mean by dynamic partition? Yes. Yes, see here. For example, I have table is there. Select star from EMP. There is no EMP table. Okay, select star from EMP2. There is no EMP2 table also. There is no EMP2 tables. Okay, I create a table and I do it. What's hurry? Drop table. Table name EMP. Table not found. Okay, now I'm creating a table. Create a table. General table. EMP and a schema. This is the EMP schema. Now employee ID integer, employee name string, price integer, not price, salary, EID, ename, salary integer, gender string, department number integer, then row format delimited with terminated by comma. Right. This is my general table, not partition, not anything, just general table. Loading data, load data local in path, local file name, sales, not sales, EMP, into table, table name EMP again. This is my general table. Select star from EMP. Data is coming now. Now my requirement is I want to do customized dynamic partition. So my partition is according to the day wise automatically data partition. That is my requirement. How to create? What is the syntax to create? This is the syntax. Create table, create. See, external table also can do it. Not only manage table, external table also. Okay, create table, table name, schema, employee ID, employee name, salary, department number, partition by gender, row format delimited fields terminated by comma. If you do external table, mention the location external table. Okay. So here one step 2 question. Okay, so yeah, look, if you the location, mention the location. If you the external table. Okay, so for example, yes, I'm going to create a table like this only. What I'm doing is, right, this is my table, Hadoop fs minus mkdir. I create a directory. For example, some abcd dir 5, just a name. I create a directory. Directory is created. Hadoop fs minus ls abcd dir 5. Enter. Empty directory. There is no directory. Now same thing I am going to do it here. Okay. See the syntax. Create table, create external table, table name emp2, row format terminated by comma, and location user training. Our directory name is abcddir 5. abcddir 5, right. So this is my external table I created.
ఆ లొకేషన్ పాత్ ఎలా తెలుస్తుందండి మరి?
This is our by default, that just now we're creating directory na, just that I am giving here.
నో యూజర్ ట్రైనింగ్ అనేది మన నా కంప్యూటర్ లో వేరేగా ఉంటుంది కదా. హౌ కుడ్ వి నో ద పాత్? యూజర్ ట్రైనింగ్.
User training only. See, Hadoop fs minus ls. Press ls. Enter. See, the all directories before user training is there or not? Even though our ABC directory dir5 also user training is there before. Mention complete path. Okay. Now I copied completely. Control C. Control V. Paste it. Enter. Table is created. Table created. Now I want to, now EMP table already data is there na. this data. Now I want to load into this table. I come to the gender partition. Okay. Now tell me how to I load. Before loading, in our Hive, we want to set these two queries, comments and partition, dynamic partition. So I am running these two queries first. I will send you this notepad. You can run this directly also. Yes, two I set it. Without this is not active. First we want to make as a static, non-strict. So that's what I'm running these two setting parameters. If you're not setting, they're asking set this one automatically. Name also clearly they only suggesting set this one. Just copy paste and run it. That's it. Then after that, now I'm going to run the query. What is our table name? First table is emp2 from emp table. Not insert into overwrite. Insert overwrite table name, partition, which column? Gender column, partition. Select all these columns, employee ID, employee name, salary, gender, department number, gender, everything I'm selecting. Control C, paste, enter. Yes, this is the second type of partition, dynamic partition. Right. Internally process running. Yes, internal process completed. Select star from emp2. This is our partition table. Enter. Everything is clear. There is no much difference. Similar like a normal table. This is partition table. But backend it is different. Tell me friends, if I go ahead with the Hadoop, fs minus ls abcd dir5, this directory our table is created. If I press the enter, what is coming? Previously partition table, according to our partition, the directory is coming. But now, according to the data, directory is coming. See, three directories is coming. Gender equal to capital M, gender equal to small f, gender equal to small m. Why? Because in our data, we have the data like this only, these three columns only. Capital M, small f. We are doing the automatical generation. Yeah. Automatical partition. Dynamic partition. That's why these three directories is coming. If I open this directory, gender M, capital M, those data only available. Small m, small data only is there. Who are the employees comes under male category, small m, just an example. Yes, those data available in this directory. 6 zeros underscore 0 and change ls to cat. This is the dynamic partition. See, these are the employees comes under male category. Next one is female category, like that. Is it clear? Any queries? So this is the complete partition. Two types of partitions there: dynamic partition, static partition. Only understanding partition behind the screen is a directory. Yeah, just confirm me. Is it clear? Can I move to the next concept?
Yes.
Right. Now in Hive, the next concept is yes. In our Hive, we have number of inbuilt functions are available. Floor, round, seal, square root, similar like a SQL, all are working here also. All concepts are working here also. And the next concept is The last concept, joins. What is joins? In our SQL, joins concept is there. Similarly, in our Hive also joins is there. In our Hive also joins is there. Okay. What is the difference between SQL joins and Hive joins? Yes. In our SQL, yes, support all type of joins. In our SQL, support all type of joins, but join in a Hive supporting only equi joins only. Equi joins means when you are applying the joins, left side equal to right side equal to left side. That type of condition we call it equi joins. Non-equi joins means if the left side is greater than right side or right side is greater than left side, that type of joins in our Hive is not supporting. Okay, major two types is there, inner join and outer join. Inner join, for example, two tables is there, table A, table B. The two tables, common values I want to find out. That we call the inner join. Common values I want to find out. That we call the inner join. So for example, two tables is there, table A, table B. Here table name is sales and the table name is things. Sales table, things table. Sales table, two columns is there, things column, two tables is there. Now applying inner join. Select table name dot star, comma table name dot star. From table name, join table name on the column matching. Sales dot id equals things dot id. Output is coming like this. Only values are matching both the tables. Those values only coming. Okay. I don't want all the columns. I don't want all the columns. I want specified columns only. How can I? My query is clear. Yeah, Imanshu. Yes, Hassan. Right?
We will write select sales dot name.
Exactly. We want to mention the columns individually. Similarly, see here, see this query. Select e.id, d.id, d.name from sales C, join, things D. So here E and D is the alias names of the particular tables. Instead of table names, we are using alias columns. Here we are missing sales table name. Same query, but ED instead of sales and things. That we call the inner join. Similarly, I want to apply left outer or full outer. Full outer means both the tables, all values I want to display. For example, some values are not matching left side, nulls coming. Some values are not coming right side, nulls coming. Okay, that type of joins we call a full outer join. Only difference between full outer and inner join is here we are mentioning full outer. That's it. Join, there is no full, only join. Inner join, only join. For full outer, just put full outer here. Left outer, just put here left outer. Right outer, just put here right outer. That's it. And the left outer means left side value is only coming, right side value is null coming. Right side means right side value is only coming. If anything is not matching the right left side, this place nulls coming. That is called full outer, left outer, right outer. Okay. So what I'm doing is I will send you this. I will give this assignment for you guys. I have already script. I already created. I hope I already shared scripts also. Right? In the scripts, yes. In the scripts, all this Hive join the join script is available. Just play this one. Before running the script, make sure about your tables. I already two tables is there. That I can run the script. It's working. But in your VMware, it's not running. You got my point. In your VMware, if the script first create two tables, apply joins on the two tables. Okay. Run the scripts. Just tell me, let me know any queries. I will help you to resolve your queries. Okay. So this is a joins. So as of now, we're successfully completing all the concepts. Like in Hive, we are completing all the concepts in Hive. Okay, we are using different inbuilt functions, everything, and only one concept is pending. That is user-defined functions. User-defined functions means our own functions. How to create? As of now, we are learning one time. Hive said that time we are downloading from Google. We are using those said concept. User-defined function. Similarly, we can create our own also. How to create those functions? Yes, I will tell you in Pig. Pig also similar, same approach. Both the concepts same. That's why I'll tell you same concepts in one time. Okay, so this is a complete Hive. And tomorrow, I am going to explain Pig ecosystem. What exactly Pig doing? What is the responsibilities of the Pig? I will explain it tomorrow.
I was going to ask if we're going to use hue at any point.
Pardon?
The hue GUI.
HU. Yeah. You mean to ask how to run Hive queries through HUE?
Well, I just I can't log in. I wasn't able to log into the hue to make it work.
HUE also similar like HUE is like a GUI. And right now we are working command prompt. HUE is like a GUI. We can create a table drag and draft procedure. Okay, so that is also good, but actually learning purpose, learn through command prompt. You get more clarity. After you have some clarity about command prompt, then go to HUE, create HUE. That's also fine. I will explain you sometime how to work on it. But do the practice now. As of now, command prompt.
Yeah, it's just I was trying to do both in parallel to kind of strengthen the concepts. It's just that I wasn't able to log in onto there. So that's my question.
Unable to log in.
Yeah, is there a default if for Cloudera Quick Start if there was a default username?